May I come in, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. First introduce yourself.
Sir, I'm Rakesh Kumar, sir. I born and brought up in a small village of Bhiwani district. I studied from my village only, and then I completed my 12th from Haryana School Education Board. After that, I joined Indian Navy. Just after completion of 12th, I served Indian Navy for 20 years. In Indian Navy, my specialization was in Russian weapons. So I got opportunity to serve on board frontline warship INS Mysore, that is indigenously developed missile, self-guided missile destroyer.
So आपकी हॉबीज़ हैं रीडिंग?
सर
अच्छा, तो मतलब किस तरह की किताबें पढ़ना पसंद है आप?
Sir, actually I did my master degree in political science, so I developed an interest in studying the philosophy, in political philosophy. So I read some philosophical book, especially of American writer T.J. Levine. She has, in a very elaborate manner, in a recent book, philosophy from Socrates to Sartre. She has summed up in a very brief manner. I was reading that book.
तो आपको फिलोसफी पढ़ना पसंद है?
सर
चारवाक फिलोसफी के बारे में जानते हैं आप?
यस सर.
तो कुछ बताइए चारवाक फिलोसफी के बारे में.
Charvak philosophy is a materialistic philosophy. We can say that we should concentrate our energy and focus in the existing world, in the present world, in the material world, not in the spiritual world. We should enjoy the life in the present, but not worrying about the future and the salvation of the life.
ओके. हाँ, मतलब चारवाक फिलोसफी के हिसाब से कोई स्वर्ग और नर्क नहीं है
सर,
जो है यही है.
Yes.
क्या इस फिलोसफी से आप क्या इत्तेफाक रखते हैं? क्या आपके हिसाब से ये फिलोसफी सही है? आपका क्या ओपिनियन है?
सर, एक्चुअली जो philosophy is that a single philosophy is never true. What I have learned from by reading the various books, that we cannot rely on a single philosophy. The philosophy is also relevant up to a great extent in the present world, but not completely.
अच्छा, और बाकी आपने हॉबीज़ में लिखा है स्पोर्ट्स?
Yes.
तो कौन सा स्पोर्ट्स पसंद है आप?
Sir, I used to play handball, sir.
ओके, हैंडबॉल. चलिए, बाकी आपका व्हाट इज़ योर फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट इन लॉ?
Hindu law, sir.
अच्छा, हिंदू लॉ. बाकी के मेजर लॉज में?
IPC, I can say.
IPC.
Indian Penal Code, sir.
अच्छा, अभी जो नए लॉज बनाए गए हैं, न्यू क्रिमिनल लॉज, आपने
सर.
सुना होगा, भारतीय न्याय संहिता, भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता
Yes, sir.
और भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम. क्या आपके हिसाब से कोई इनके नाम को लेकर अभी विवाद चला
Sir.
कि इनका नाम क्यों बदला गया? तो
सर.
आपके ओपिनियन में क्या इनका नाम बदलना सही है या पुराने लॉ के साथ हम सहमत रह सकते थे?
Sir. नाम सर, कैन आई यूज हिंदी?
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, बताइए.
थैंक यू सर. सर, नाम भारतीय न्याय संहिता जैसे कॉमन नेम, सर, इसमें सही है, क्योंकि इसमें कोई ऐसा ज़्यादा कोई ऐसी हिंदी का प्रयोग नहीं किया गया कि जैसे कि किसी को भी इसमें कोई किसी भी तरह की दिक्कत आए पढ़ने में या उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने में. ये कॉमन नाम है, क्योंकि नाम से बाय नेम कभी कभी ऐसा साउथ की चीज़ें भी बहुत सारी ऐसे यूज़ करते हैं हम लोग बाय. तो नेम इटसेल्फ इज़ ए नॉट in any form we can say is a difficult issue should to be issue for anyone.
अच्छा, ओके.
And that gives the sense of our these laws are now have been adopted by and made by some Indian sovereign body, that is Parliament of India.
ओके, मैम.
हेलो सर. सर, जैसा कि हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, 1 जुलाई 2024 में न्यू क्रिमिनल लॉज आए हैं.
Yes,
क्या
ma'am.
ज़रूरत थी? क्या बदलाव लेकर आए?
जी.
कैन यू प्लीज मेंशन सम मेजर चेंजेस?
I will start with CRPC, that is Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita. So a lot of Supreme Court decisions were there, ma'am. Those were pointing towards the need or necessity of the change, such as especially in matter of the personal liberty. I would like to mention section 197 of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, that was earlier 167. That the precedent in the various cases has been added in this, especially of Senthil Balaji case of Tamil Nadu. In that, the person was avoiding the custody, police custody. So the time has been now has been spread over for 45 days in case of the custody of 60 days, and for up to 60 days in case of 90 days. Secondly, section 190, that was earlier 170.
Without going into the specifics, you can just be very brief
about
what are the major changes and what was the need.
Yes, ma'am. Decision of Siddharth versus State of Uttar Pradesh has been incorporated in this Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, that mentions that there is no requirement of person to be arrested while filing charge sheet. Such a like in case of Priyanka Srivastav, the requirement of filing of affidavit at the time of requirement of giving the for investigation order, and in 479 section of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, that was earlier 436 alpha of CRPC. The term of the imprisonment, the term of the detention the person has undergone has been implemented for the new offenders and the women. That has been decreased to 1/3.
Okay, sir. Sir, you are actually going into into a lot of specifics, and I understand that you have knowledge about that. What I mean is, what was the purpose? What was the need? I don't want to know your knowledge on all the sections. Zarurat kya thi?
Ma'am, there's a time-to-time consolidation of the law requires. The consolidation arises when there are a lot of precedents, and it is always not possible, and it is very difficult to remember any precedent on each and every section. In these laws, the precedents have been incorporated. So it will be simple for the person who are using, who are beneficiary or for whom these are designed, then these are a beneficial purpose for.
Okay. What is Bhiwani famous for? Bhiwani. You're from Bhiwani.
Bhiwani is also called as Choti Kasi, because there is a lot of temple in Bhiwani. So it is famous for the city of the temples in Haryana.
Okay. Are you a religious person?
I believe in religion.
Okay.
But according to the principle of Mahatma Gandhi, there should be religion in life, and that statement was related to politics. There is a religion in politics, but no politics in religion, up to in that way.
Okay. Have you read Thomas Hobbes' A State of Nature?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you agree with the philosophy?
Ma'am, philosophy is not completely agree, ma'am. Up to.
Can you explain about the state of nature?
Yes, ma'am. According to Thomas Hobbes, ma'am, the state of nature was a state in which there was a total arbitrary situation. Everybody, the powerful person, used to command the others, and to save the life of a person, he can use any amount of force in any way. So the life was there nasty, and no security of life was there.
And then he suggested the idea of Leviathan.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you agree that that is also a good idea to implement in a country, in the practical and current scenario?
The state of nature, as posted by Thomas Hobbes, he mentions requirement because there was a necessity of authority, an authority that can save the life of the people. So up to that extent, the idea is good, but a single person cannot be given the sole authority to command any society. There must be rule of law, not a rule of person.
Okay. Can you tell me a few milestones or landmark cases that are important for the rights of LGBTQ? Any landmark cases or any new developments in the law?
Ma'am, common cause was the case Common Cause versus Union of India. And second, Superior.
Have you heard about Navtej Singh Johar case?
Navtej Singh Johar, yes, ma'am.
What was the ruling? Section 377.
Same-sex homosexuality was struck down as an offence under the section 377 of CRPC.
Okay. Last question from my side. आपका ये experience जो है Indian Navy में इतने साल का, do you think it will help you in judicial services also? आपने कुछ सीखा होगा, कुछ qualities adapt की होगी, क्या आपको लगता है वो qualities आपको यहाँ पे भी help करेगी?
Yes, ma'am. Because I learned from Navy the hard working, to do hard work to achieve any target, and to be devoted completely to the task, and to learn the things according to the situation, and adaptability according to the requirement of the job. And the administrative, I was in the last 4 years of the service was a Master Chief Petty Officer. So I looked after a lot of administration work. And the administration, the quality of the administration, I have developed a lot, ma'am. So I can handle simultaneously more than.
अगर आप बताओ 3 qualities जो 3 most important qualities जो आपने सीखी है in this journey, वो क्या होंगी? एक hard work आपने बताया.
Yes, ma'am. Hard work, discipline, and dedication, strong dedication.
एक अच्छा जज बनने के लिए क्या most important qualities होती है? क्या ये 3 काफी है? Hard work, dedication.
Judge required other qualities also, such as taking decision according based on the facts and the law, not going in any way deviating from the debt, to act within the discretionary domain provided to a judge. So that those qualities I need to acquire subsequently during my training or whatever time I will get to catch up with those qualities.
अगर आपके सामने कोई ऐसा कानून है जो कि आर्बिट्ररी या फिर अनफेयर है, नेचुरल जस्टिस के प्रिंसिपल्स के अगेंस्ट है, व्हाट विल यू डू? विल यू अप्लाई दैट लॉ ब्लाइंडली और विल यू ट्राई टू डू समथिंग इन योर कैपेसिटी?
Ma'am, my first posting will be as a junior judge or judicial magistrate of first class. So in case of any law that is not according to the constitution arbitrary, that I will have to refer that course, a matter to the High Court for the reference under the provisions of reference to the High Court or the Appellate Court. And then the matter will be decided by the High Court, because the junior judge has no authority to strike down any regulation, act or provision of law.
Okay.
So why do you want to become a judge?
Sir, during when I was studying political science, I come across the various concepts in the political science, such as justice, liberty, equality, state sovereignty, and the relationship of the individual with state. So this was mostly in the abstract form in political science. Then I try to establish what is the concrete form. So Martin Loughlin is one thinker that has an elaborate thinking about the relation of politics and law. From that I inspired that I should go towards the concretization of these or these concepts. And the best way to imply these concepts is to be judge after doing the law.
You must have get certain opportunities regarding the private sector. You are not attracted to those opportunities?
No, so because during serving in the Navy, I was already at that time I took decision that I will go.
Have you got
towards the
certain handsome amount of opportunities from the private sector?
Yes, sir. I was.
But you didn't choose to go there.
Yes, sir.
Reason being?
Because I want to be in such a position in the society so that I can continue my services, those who are of such a nature.
Okay. What are your favorite subjects in law?
Hindu law, sir.
Only in the law. Who is Karta?
Karta is we can say the sui generis is having sui generis position in a joint Hindu family or a Hindu and divided family, that the person has authority to manage the affair of a family in internal and external dealings of the family.
Have you heard the term natural guardianship?
Sir.
Who is a natural guardian?
So mother, father and the husband is case of minor wife.
It is defined in which section of
Section-
in which act?
Under section 6 of Indian guardianship and minority.
Indian guardianship, you said. So, can a mother be a natural guardian when father is present, in the presence of the father?
Sir,
Can
in
there be case?
specific conditions when father is not able to take the responsibility of a guardian, such as a person of unsound mind, or in always remaining in deliberated condition, intoxication situations, then if he is not carrying out the responsibility of a guardian properly, then in case mother can act as a guardian.
Okay. What is the difference, major difference in proper party and necessary party in CPC?
So, necessary party is the party, sir, which is required in the to decide any matter in the suit, and the proper party or the party other than the necessary parties, and those may not be so essential to decide any issue.
In the absence of proper party, can any effective order be passed if there is an absence of the proper party?
Sir, I'm not sure about this answer. Can I make a guess, sir?
Sure.
I think yes, sir.
Garnishee order is defined under which?
Garnishee order defined under Order 21, Rule 46.
Constitutionalism, you know about constitutionalism?
Yes, sir.
What is the term means?
Constitutionalism, an idea of governing any territory by the defined rules, the rule and as a supreme law, that is called constitution. By following those ideas, the rules enshrined in that constitution is we can say the constitutionalism.
Is there any difference between freedom of speech given under Article 105 and 1918? Is there any difference in both of the freedom of speech?
Sir, 105 has been provided to the legislative bodies, the parliament, and they have this is a special privilege to the parliamentary, only member of parliaments, and under 19 this has been provided to every citizen of the
difference. What is the difference?
Sir, in
In the
parliamentary
exercise of the freedom,
sir,
to which limit you can go?
the limit under 105, the limit has been extended.
Is an absolute freedom given under 105?
No, sir.
No absolute freedom.
No absolute freedom.
In death penalties, the word rarest of the rarest are given.
Sir,
What do you mean by this term?
sir, rarest these special circumstances in which the murder was carried out, and those circumstances itself justify that the requirement of the punishment, and that should to be an exceptional manner, or with a high amount of cruelty, or in such a way that the murder has been carried out that is can be clearly distinguished from the other.
Any
manners.
example of such a scenarios?
So, for example, sir, killing someone for using the weapons, some sharp weapon, and then taking that person in a half conscious condition to the streets, and then again attacking on that person.
You mean
So,
brutalness should be there.
brutalness.
Can you mention the case law in which the arrest of rare doctrine was given?
Yes, ma'am. Bachchan Singh versus State of Punjab.
Okay. What is your opinion on a beef ban without going into the politics of it?
Ma'am, the beef ban, that is because the constitution itself provides for the respect towards the religious
Can you mention
ideals,
relevant
faiths.
articles,
Article
provisions?
25, ma'am, the freedom of
Is there any
faith.
other article in the constitution that talks about the same, mentions the same concept? Okay, what is your personal opinion without going into the politics of it?
If it hurts the feeling of any community, and that may create a situation of unrest and against the tranquility, then in keeping in the largest interest of the society, those steps can be taken up. But we should also keep in mind the freedom of the other person also.
So how can we balance that? If you have to decide, how will you balance the needs of both the sections of the
The test for this is reasonableness under Article 14. The action must be classified, it must form a class, and the intelligence differentia and reasonableness, both tests must be qualified to make any legislation of such a type that violates the Article 14.
So practically speaking, how will you balance? For example, you have to decide. So how will you apply the principles of intelligible differentia, and how will you decide?
It's keeping in mind both the interest and the freedoms of the groups, those are in favor and against, then we can ban in open spaces, and in such a way that can be allowed in such a manner that the feelings of the group which get agitated by the use of beef is minimized, and there should be no direct exposure of the consumption of beef, so that there are minimum chances of getting any conflict between.
एक आर्टिकल है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जो कह रहा है कि स्टेट को एनकरेज कर रहा है कि मिल्क बियरिंग जो काउज हैं उनके स्लॉटर पे आप बैन लगवा सकते हो. कौन सा आर्टिकल है?
I don't know exact number, as I think 48.
करेक्ट. ठीक है.
स्टोइसिज्म की फिलॉसफी जानते हैं आप?
Pardon, sir?
स्टोइसिज्म.
Yes, sir.
बताइए थोड़ा सा.
I read that, sir.
Greek philosophy.
Sir. So, yes. So give me.
हाँ
give
बिल्कुल
me-
बिल्कुल.
So as I think that is related to the very comparable to the materialistic philosophy of Charvak and Karl Marx, and that we should not worry about the salvation and all these things. We must enjoy and for the betterment of the eternal life.
अच्छा चलिए. बाकी सेम सेक्स मैरिज को रिकॉग्नाइज कर देना क्या आपके हिसाब से सही है?
No, sir.
क्योंकि ये तो अननेचुरल है.
Sir.
तो आपका क्या ओपिनियन है?
Sir.
आजकल तो आपको दिख रहा होगा कि सेम जेंडर
Yes,
में
sir.
मैरिज होना ये आम बात हो गया है.
Yes, sir.
क्या आपके हिसाब से इस पे मतलब आपका क्या ओपिनियन है इसमें? क्या ये होना चाहिए, इसे रिकॉग्निशन मिलना चाहिए?
Sir,
या नहीं?
these ideas which have originated in the West, sir, based on the individualism. The idea of individual is freedom, choices are very much given importance. But in Eastern societies, such as in India, there is a community also that interfere in the life of a person up to a great extent. So in India, we have not developed completely in the society of individualism, the idea of individualism. Here the community has also important role, and the community till the as per the I read in newspapers and whether from various other sources is not ready to approve this idea of same-sex marriage.
चलिए ओके, थैंक यू. आपका इंटरव्यू ख़त्म होता है. ओके, थैंक यू, ऑल द बेस्ट.
All the best, sir.
ठीक है.